Hello, everybody. My name is line MJF Rohit Verma. I have been given a second opportunity to send my video presentation to all the honorable faculties and the team of YLLI. I would especially like to thank Sangeeta Jatia madam, who had been kind enough to teach us the intricacies of online presentations, and those inputs which we have received from her, it has been really very helpful, and especially the video which was sent by Amita Jina ma'am, and all the inputs which were given by Line Suraj Bagla sir. They have been really very helpful to all of us, and at least to me as an individual, it helped me grow and make my presentation better. Coming to the agenda, today I am again sending my presentation on goal settings. I would just, in a moment, I would share my screen, and that would help you all to see my presentation, which has been shared by Amita Jina madam, who has sent the YLLI presentation. So that's goal setting presentation. Now, let me pull this up. Yeah. Setting a goal is the first step in turning the invisible into visible. Now, this statement itself, it makes the entire presentation, that is the crux of the presentation. If we are in any organization, when we are planning to move the organization forward, we really need to identify and be selective about goals, whether it is tangible, intangible, whether it is feasible, non-feasible, or whether it is realistic or unrealistic goals. So I will definitely cover these aspects into the coming slides. But in a nutshell, the opening statement is very loud and clear here. Setting goal is the first step in turning the invisible into visible. So it is really important and really essential for any organization to make or to set the goals which the entire organization should follow. Now, coming to the next slide, why do we need goals? So in order to understand this, unless we set our vision long-term and short-term, our team will not be able to understand what they are working for, and what is the motive behind the working for that particular task or a particular project which we are trying to undertake. Setting up a goal, it gives a long-term and short-term vision. It helps organize time, resource, and skills which is required. It also helps in separating what's important and what's irrelevant. So these are the three key factors why the goals are really required to be set in any organization, whether it is a medium size or mid-size organization, whether it is a large organization, or whether it is a small organization, or what you call as a SMEs. So in all these things, it is really essential that we really need to have a clear-cut, clearly well-defined goals. And in order to set those goals, it is really essential for us to set and motivate the goals, motivate the employees and the fellow workers or fellow lions or fellow members to understand the goals. And the goal achievement, it should have with everybody should have we should have a very requirement with the attitude that we must do it. And the moment the teamwork comes in, the goals starts rolling, and it helps all of us, all the members to understand and move forward with the goals of the organization. This is a 5-letter word, SMART, and this really defines well. It is well defines the reasons and the significance of setting the goals, because the goals has to be specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and timely. So we need to understand that whether the goals which we are setting up, whether it is a specific goals or not, and then it is a measurable, it is tangible or intangible, as I said, it is that kind of goal or not, and then whether it is attainable, whether it is feasible or not, and it is relevant to the present scenario or relevant in the future or not, and whether what are the timelines about it. Goal should be very clear and specific. What do I want to accomplish? Why is the goal important? Who all are involved? Where is it located? Which resources are involved? So these are the 5 questions which we must brainstorm before setting up a goal. And this, because of this, the answers should come out very loud and clear to all the people who are down below, or people who are working along with the organization. So that's going to help everyone to achieve the defined goals. And it is also important that measurable goals, whether it is how are we going to measure the goals, and how many, how much, how will I know whether we have achieved it or not. So that these are the questions which needs an answer while defining the goals, and it's going to help the long way the organization that once the goals are achieved. So when we say achievable, it should be should stretch your abilities but still remain possible. Your goal also needs to be realistic, attainable, be successful. How can I accomplish the goals? So these are the basic questions which we really need to keep asking us, and we need to keep motivating the fellow members to achieve a particular goal. And how relevant it is, because in today's world, if we do certain things which are not relevant, and if it is not worthwhile, and if it is not the right time, then probably no matter how well we achieve and how well defined goal is, it's going to bounce back. So these are the, and we need to really understand, and we need to look for the right candidates who are going to work on that project, who are going to be key members of that particular project. And these are the questions which we all need to be very clear, and we have to be very careful about. As we said, that the time bound, it is really important for us to define the timelines of before achieving, while setting up the goals. And it is going to give a clear-cut understanding the boundaries and the timelines on which we need to decide upon the particular, we are setting up the goal. So it's really important. And along with this, it is also important to track those goals on the milestone basis. So on every, if we have, as for example, if we have a 6-month goal, so the reviews should be, say, whether it should be weekly, or it should be fortnightly, or whether it should be monthly. So these things are also supposed to be clearly well defined. And the entire project should be converted into small milestones, so that the motivation of the employees or the fellow members or the project team should not go down. So once we break down the project into small milestone, and if we keep achieving those milestones, we keep appreciating members for achieving small milestones, then certainly it will lead to the larger success of the project. And it's going to also help us to keep the momentum going and the ball rolling for the people, and people feel motivated enough to keep working on that project, and they don't lose the interest. Coming to the next slide, it is action plans to achieve the goal. These are very well planned action plans to which really needs to achieve the goal. We need to keep improving and keep checking whether we are on the right time or not, or whether the right set of people are involved in this or not. And then whether the strategy of the of the goal is really working for us or not, and timeliness, we are acting on that or not, and how are the implementation is being taken, how the implementation is taking place, and whether we are on right time. And as I said, once we break down into the small milestones, so that needs to be very well monitored, and collaboration and objectives. These are the 2 points where very high motivation levels are involved, and we really need to make everybody understand that why are we working together, what these goals are, and and whether we are on the right track or not, whether we are on the right time or not. So these are the action plans. These are going to be monitored, and it has to be worked upon. And our discipline is to bridge the gap between the goal and accomplishment. So with this slide, we come to the logical end to this presentation. And I would like to again thank the entire jury member and the faculty members for giving me an opportunity to be a part of YLLI, and to be able to grow with Lions Club International as a member and as a young team member. I would like to thank all of you once again, and thank you very much.